Death is indeed scary, but this world is even more frightening. When a person understands that Allah Almighty made this world a test for the believers, and it isn't one's real home, they find true and eternal peace in their hearts. Ramadan is considered one of the holiest months in Islam, and is the ideal time to ask for forgiveness and mercy from the Almighty. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "When the month of Ramadan begins, the gates of the heaven are opened, and the gates of hellfire are closed, and the devils are chained." So, have you ever wondered what exactly happens when a person dies during Ramadan, and how this time of year affects funeral practices, condolences, and grieving? In this video, we will discuss the significance and virtues of death during Ramadan. So, without any further delay, let's begin. There are several myths about what happens to a believer if they die during the month of Ramadan. Many Islamic scholars believe that death during Ramadan is no less than a blessing. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "When the month of Ramadan begins, the gates of the heaven are opened, and the gates of hellfire are closed, and the devils are chained." Muslims believe that Allah doesn't favor any person over another. In the eyes of the Almighty, all people are equal, and so one shouldn't be considered free of sins or holier if one pass away during Ramadan. Concerning the virtue of one who dies while fasting, it was narrated that the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever says La ilaha illallah, there is no God but Allah, seeking the face of Allah, and that was his final action, will enter paradise. Whoever fasts one day seeking the face of Allah, and that was his final action, will enter paradise. Whoever gives charity seeking the face of Allah, which was his final action, will enter paradise." In light of the aforementioned hadith, during the month of Ramadan, the gates of heaven are opened, and the doors to hell are closed. This indicates that when a person dies during the month of Ramadan, their soul goes straight to Jannah and is saved from the questioning of the grave. However, there are mixed opinions about this. Abdullah ibn Abbas, radiyallahu anhu, said, "The Messenger of Allah, peace be upon him, said, 'The nations were shown to me, and I saw a prophet with a small band of followers, and a prophet with 1 or 2 men with him, and a prophet who had no one with him. Then I was shown a huge multitude, and I thought they were my ummah, but it was said to me, This is Musa, radiyallahu anhu, and his people. But look at the horizon. So I looked and saw a huge multitude, and it was said to me, Look at the other horizon, and there was another huge multitude. And it was said to me, This is your ummah, and with them are 70,000 who will enter paradise without being brought to account or punished.' Then he got up and went into his house, and the people disputed about those who entered paradise without being brought to account or being punished. Some of them said, Perhaps they are the ones who accompanied the messenger, peace be upon him. Some of them said, Perhaps they are the ones who were born in Islam and did not associate anything with Allah. And they mentioned other things. The messenger, peace be upon him, came out to them and said, What are you disputing about? They told him, and he said, They are the ones who did not seek ruqya or believe in good or bad omens, and they put their trust in their Lord. Ukasha ibn Mihsan stood up and said, Pray to Allah to make me one of them. He said, You will be one of them. Another man stood up and said, Pray to Allah to make me one of them. He said, Ukasha has beaten you to it, even though Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, didn't precisely say that amongst the 70,000 aren't those who died during Ramadan. Rather, they are the elite of the believers who died while doing righteous deeds.